All right, guys, let's talk some JASMY this morning. On the verge of something special, getting ready for a bull run, guys, for the ages and altcoin season. This next 10 to 12 months is going to be mind altering, life changing, unbelievably bullish, fun, euphoric times, guys. So I hope that you're ready. I really do. Let's have a look at JASMY here, guys. Volume is at 55, back down from like 108 million day before yesterday to 55 million, 912 million dollar market cap. So it's down a bit there. 1 cent 847 below a support level. We're going to get into the chart in a moment. Down 5.6%. And I did warn you guys that this was a possibility. I've been warning you guys for like 3 weeks about this. So as we can see, we fell right down below support here at 1 cent 88, which held significantly strong a couple of times. And as you can see, we have our golden pocket down here where I projected we were probably going to end up if Bitcoin ended up coming back down to 64, 65K, which we're close to, right? We're going to get into Bitcoin in a moment. But if we come back down into here, guys, this is by the dip zone. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but it's between 1 cent 77 and 1 cent 5 would be the range that I'm targeting. I don't see us going as deep as 1 cent 5, to be honest with you, but it's possible. So it's there, right? So what's this going to do? As you can see, we've rejected twice off of the 30-day SMA and moved to the downside. So when we zoom out, doesn't look so bad anymore, eh? When we zoom out, look at that. When you come down, or when you zoom out a little bit, look at 7 months almost. We've been in this 7 months, no. June, July, August, September, October, 5 months. Sorry, 5 months we've been in this structure, right? And if we come down, look at that's actually not that far to come down into here. And as you can see, even if we do come down in here, we're still well within our descending channel, right? So, or our falling wedge pattern, whatever you want to call it. Over here, look what ended up happening when we finally did break out 500%. I like to point that out to you guys so that you keep a fresh reminder that in February we had the exact same pattern but smaller time frame. This was 3 months. We're at 5 months now, right? So 3 months sideways, boom, 500% run. This is 5 months sideways. How far are we going to project? If we look at Bitcoin's chart really quick here, guys, we're not done with the news on JASMY, so don't worry. It just, this is relevant, right? So as you can see, we broke out. We'll zoom out in a moment, but we broke out finally of this structure, this broadening wedge pattern we have on Bitcoin. We've been in for 7 months. We rejected twice off of resistance at the all-time high. Well, I mean, last cycle's all-time high is what I mean. So we rejected fairly hard. We came down. We retested the trend line twice. We're now below it. Now, what I've been saying to you guys, as you can see, once again, we have our golden pockets here, right? Don't be surprised to see us pull down and test the 30-day SMA at $64,372, right? That would be perfectly healthy. And I've been saying this, guys, for like 2 weeks now, that it would be perfectly healthy for us to pull as far as 64, 65K to set a higher low. That would still keep us in a bullish trajectory to the upside, right? These are just buy the dip opportunities. We could even come, I don't think we will, but I mean, so this is this box here, right? 64, 65K. If somehow we collapsed below that, we would have to collapse below the support levels. We'd have to collapse below the 30-day SMA. We'd have to collapse below the 200-day SMA and the 100-day SMA to get back down into the $62,000 to $60,000 range as well. Is this possible? Yes. I just don't think it's as likely falling through all three SMAs, support levels, and all of the other support levels in between. I just don't see it. It's possible, yes, but I think it's more likely than not that we test the 30-day SMA here inside between 64 and 65K before coming back to the upside. Setting this higher low for the weekly time frame, and then continuing to the upside. And if this happens, we'll see JASMY pull down where I pointed out to you, and that is your buy zone, right? That is where you want to be picking up, in my opinion. All right, so let's have a look at what's going on with JASMY here. Our dear friend Neo Sun says at the same time last year, JASMY World was plunged into deep despair, only to begin its ascent to a few days later. They say the past doesn't predict the future, but we're likely on the verge of a long-awaited bull run. So dream big and embrace frustration and patience as if they were your best friends. Very, very sound advice. And I'm going to close it off, guys, with this little Q&A video from Jenssen, from Bernard at Jenssen CTO. So let's listen up.
As you know, for AI development recently, you need a lot of hardware, a lot of underlying GPU resources. And if you're a startup, you might not have access to huge data centers to train your own large language models to compete with the big guys. So our idea here is that we create a GPU pool that is affordable for startups and individuals to tinker with their systems as they see fit. And then you can probably find a good value price when you want to use that. So depending on the time, depending on the resource that you want to use it, and you can set exactly which kind of GPU you want to use and at what time and how long do you need it. So as a comparison, I've worked at a big company that use AWS and GCP, so Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud Platform. And those can go into the hundreds of dollars every day if you use those kind of services. And that's something that startups might not be able to do. So if you think about the kind of company that starts their business in a garage and they just want to study something in a dorm room, and maybe you're a student and you can't afford the hundreds of dollars per day. So here is where our GPU pool comes in. So first of all, you can connect your own PC, your own GPUs if you have something. So maybe you don't use it at night, or when you go out and do something and your computer is running at home, you're not using that. So in that sense, you can earn money by connecting your GPU as a resource to a GPU. So right now you can get points for that. Soon we can convert it into tokens with a point-to-token system. And then those tokens you can use as you see fit. So either to use our own resources on the GPU pool.
Now, to answer a quick question that I saw in the comments about that, guys, to sort of pause it. So you get points, DD points, for hooking up your GPU and participating, right? Which I've shown that the website is active and stuff like that, right? They're live on the testnet. Then what happens is you get paid in these DD points, and he says you can convert those DD points to tokens and use them as you wish. And the question was asked, the tokens you're referring to, are those JASMY tokens? And the answer to that question is yes, that is exactly what they're talking about. You convert them over to JASMY tokens, and that is where your utility comes into play. Well, one of the utilities.
Pool and spend it on that, like a kind of gas fee, or you can just convert them into other cryptocurrencies and get paid like that. So as a startup, you have these two benefits, that you can use your own resources to create a little bit of income, and you can use our own GPUs that we provide, that will then be available on the system for a cheaper price than the big companies that are offering them right now.
So there you have it, guys. They're providing GPU services, like I said, and this is just one of the utilities. This is just one of the things the company is doing. And you get haters out there saying, well, they just do data democracy. Get a grip, man. Like, figure it out. Do some research, right? That's what I'd say. Figure it out before you go online and fund projects. Get your stuff together, right? Do your research. They do so much, it's not even funny, guys. So definitely recommend doing your research into JASMY and Jenssen. They're just starting to emerge with their products, guys. Things are going to be sunny in the winter. Let me know what you think. As always, guys, Like and subscribe. Click the join button to join our community. Book your one-on-one coaching calls over on the Patreon. The link, the spots fill up very, very fast, so do not miss your opportunity. Get your spot booked in. Also join our group video calls where we discuss all major crypto topics, answer questions, help with guidance from taxes and tax implications to cold storage wallets, to portfolio structure, to profit taking, to compounding gains, to court cases with the SEC and what they mean on the industry, the impacts that they could have, to hidden gems, microcap gems, all kinds of stuff, staking, DeFi, and everything in between, guys. So join the conversation in our group video calls we do on a daily basis. And yeah, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.